Hi guys, back again with another video. I haven't done much art journaling lately, so I thought I'd share a couple pages that I just finished yesterday, and I finished a page today. This is a kid's US Road Atlas that I'm now turning into a art journal. I got this last year at the library at the used book sale, and it's a nice size, so I thought I'd play with it. This is the first page I did. This was going to be like, because I glued this page to the next page. And I cut a door so it could be like, if I wanted to have a door on it, but I cut it wrong, so I decided to, after I painted everything, so I decided to do a different direction. But back to the page. I started out with some water. I gessoed, and then I did 2 coats of the watered down pink craft paint, you can see. And then after that dried, I took this brick stencil that I got in a rack, and I love the stencil. And I used magenta craft paint and made a brick wall out of it. And then I added some orange with the punchinella that I got in a rack. I'm loving the punchinella too. And then you can see the sparkly in here. I got at the thrift store the other day, or last week, some Star Bright paint, and it's by the makers people who make the Luminaire paint, and it's really nice and shiny and sparkly. So then after that, I needed to cover and then I cut the door, and it didn't work out right, so I had to find something to cover where I cut. So looking through my stash of stuff, I found this postcard of an exhibit of Marilyn Monroe that was at the Chicago Cultural Center, and I picked that up, and I decided, oh, because I liked it, so that'd be good to play with the art journaling and stuff. So I found that in my stash and decided to use it. Cut her out, and then I cut out a couple of the flowers that was also on that postcard. And then I looked for a Marilyn Monroe quote, and I found one I liked. I have feelings too. I am still human. All I want is to be loved, for myself and for my talent. And that's that page. And then the next page I did. This one isn't done. I was playing more with the stencils I got from Jean in a rack, and some purple. And the green is acrylic by Artist Loft, and so is the white. And this little guy is from a calendar, and he's not done. This is the other page I've done. I started out with, after I gessoed, I used, I don't know if it's the green craft paint or another paint that it's craft paint. And then I added some yellow craft paint. And then I added the peach Star Bright paint. And I think I did the, or in the yellow. There's like I also got a yellow one, or in a lemon chiffon, and I think this is the yellow. Added that to where the white was still showing, and then I stenciled with an orange craft paint. I think it was the orange, yeah. This tree, this is a stencil. Then I added some white with the punchinella. And then I was looking through my stash of magazine images, and I saw him, the Lorax, and I thought that'd be kind of cool, fitting with the tree. So I, used the matte medium by Blix because I ran out of the golden stuff in my little trial pack. And then I looked for a quote the same time when I was looking for the previous one, and I saw this one by Ziggy Marley. Thought that would fit. I was in my yard and thought that let me try this again. I was in my yard and thought that there was a tree. I think I screwed this up when I glued this down. There was a tree yeah, I definitely screwed this up. I was in my yard and thought that the tree was a living being. We take trees for granted. We don't believe they are as much alive as we are. And I know I screwed that up. So that's that one. Nice and sparkly. And then I started one last night and I finished it this morning. I started a couple days ago when I glued these images onto the page. I did gesso the page first. This image is from the National Geographic magazine. I thought it was cute because they were running and I had thinking something to do, funny to do with that. And then those revised characters are from the Precious Moments catalog. So I glued all that down, and then yesterday I painted like a green craft paint and then 2 types of brown craft paint, and I think I added some of the lemon chiffon Star Bright paint. Give it, you can see the sparkle in there. And then I added some yellow craft paint for the bricks, for Wizard of Oz, the Yellow Brick Road. And then with the alpha letters, I know they're too big, but I didn't feel like going downstairs and looking for ones the right size. I stamped we're off to see the wizard. And these stamp sets for my autumn leaves. It's one of my favorite alphas. So that's all I've done in here. It's a nice size to play with, and thanks for watching.